What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Here to my flame, obviously. We've got some breaking news in the gaming world. And honestly, I was lying in bed and I saw this and I was like, I need to get up and make a video. I also kind of just enjoy playing World at War a lot recently. I mean, I've always liked it, but the past few days I've been on it non-stop. Anyway, on to the news, right? So, I was lying in bed, I'm just chilling, I'm trying to sleep, and I'm like, I can't sleep, I want to check Twitter. Phil Spencer, the owner of Xbox, the CEO or whatever, has stepped down. He has stepped down and retired. And that's huge because obviously he was the... Now, look, the way I can put this is before we break down who he was and everything, Xbox has been on a really bad path for probably the last 5 years, okay? And maybe longer than that, really. It's never been the same since Phil Spencer really took over in 2014. Before that, it was good. Now, the only reason it's sad for me that he's gone is because he was still some kind of gamer at heart, so he still understood, you know, what gamers want to a degree. Now, the sad reality is, he and someone else below him who was meant to be the next CEO, I believe, has retired as well and been fired, I'm assuming. So, what does this mean? We've now been told that their lead AI person or something will now be taking over Xbox, which there's two big things about that. The first thing is obviously AI not great. We don't want to hear that because we all hate AI because it's ruining gaming massively, and graphics design for that matter. But on top of that, right? On top of that, we then look at some of the tweets she put out today after the announcement, saying that she will not settle for AI slop and, you know, basically try and be for the gamers, try and appeal to their core fans, those fans that have been around for 25 years, and focusing on console. Now, obviously, anyone with a brain cell knows, you hear that, you're excited, you're gassed, because that's obviously what Xbox is, where they've gone wrong. They've completely moved away from console, they've ruined the console experience, X, Y, Z, right? But, before you get excited, there is one huge fact that you need to remember. Okay? This woman is a corporate woman. She is not a gamer by any means, at least to my knowledge. So, you know, that's a problem. However, that doesn't mean it's the end of the world. That doesn't mean that something might not come of it, but it's hard to assume something... Sniff 3000, what the hell, what a name. It's hard to think something's going to come of it when she was developing AI, and also, you know, she is corporate. That is all she's there for, and that was her her like, role. I'm not going to write it off yet, because I don't know enough about her. I've seen situations like this in the past, I'm sure we all have, where you expect the worst, and somehow, in some miracle, they pull off a worldie, right? Maybe that happens. I'd like it to. My biggest sadness, really, is... I've always been an Xbox guy. I like PlayStation for PS2, PS1, hated PS3, and I only had a PS4 for competitive, and I'm not got a PS5. So, oh, what a nerd. Let's go. So, I would love more than anything for Xbox to be how it used to be and be a great console again. But I personally don't see that happening. I really do wish that it was like that, but I don't know, man. It's going to be an interesting year for gaming. I've said this for the last few months. You've got COD and Activision basically dying beyond repair, so they're going to have to make changes. Whether they're good changes or not, that will be, you know, time will tell. Probably not, but we'll find out. So there's some interesting stuff. And obviously the worst on the COD of all time. And then, on top of that, just gun this guy, 3-piece for the win. Oh, it's a 4th, oh my god. And then, obviously, we've got GTA 6. We've got a lot more people playing classic games. We've got a new Halo remaster thing. We've got a re-evolved, reimagined, whatever. And then Forza Horizon 6. As well as, obviously, more console leaks about new consoles and stuff. So, look, there is a lot of gaming stuff over the next year, at least. So, I'm excited in a way. I really, really hope, I doubt it's going to happen, I really hope they announce that the new Xbox is like sort of like 360. You know, they want to go back to the roots of gaming and core. Because that's what the tweet said. It said something about going back to the core of gaming and, you know, making it sort of how it used to be. And again, this is kind of huge news because we've all seen Xbox die for the last few years. Straight down. Okay, I'm going to quickly get this tweet of what she says here. So she says oh yeah, Sarah Bond, that was the other person who has gone out of it. Oh, I've just gained a sub. I appreciate you if you're watching the video after this. I do need to take that off my videos, but I always forget. But I appreciate it. So this is what she said, okay? As monetization and AI evolve and influence this future, we will not chase short-term efficiency or flood our ecosystem with soulless AI slop. Hearing that is very good, because obviously it's ruining it, and that's the approach they've been doing for years now. And then she goes on to say, games are and always will be art, crafted by humans and created with the most innovative technology provided by us. Okay, sounds good. She then goes on to say, at the same time, we will commit to our core Xbox fans and players to their fans and players, those who have invested with us for the last 25 years, and to the developers who build the expansive universes and experiences that they embrace by players across the world. We will celebrate our roots with a renewed commitment to Xbox, starting with console, which has shaped who we are. It connects us to the players and fans who invest in Xbox and the developers who build ambitious experiences for it. I mean, it's a lot of words, but basically what she's saying is that they're going to not settle for AI slop and also try and focus on Xbox, the consoles, which is what we all think of. I'm playing the greatest console of all time, in my opinion, the 360, just across the board, and just for everything. I mean, obviously, there are other contenders, but you get my point. So, this is huge. This is really huge news, because from what we were aware, Phil Spencer wanted to retire when the new gens came out. And obviously that would have been him serving like 2 years in a way, 2 generations, because he was there for the Xbox One, and then he would have been there for the S and X, and then, 3 generations. He would have been there for the 3rd generation as well. But I think he's been fired. And obviously, I think a lot of that comes down to how bad Xbox has been and unprofitable in a lot of ways, losing money, and, well, I don't know about unprofitable, but you get what I'm saying. They've been really, really lacking for a good few years now, especially the last year. So it's going to be, oh my god, I'll be shit on. It's going to be interesting to say the least, but I'm very intrigued to see what you guys think in the comments below about this entire situation. Oh my god. Do you think, this is going to be a big, good change? Or do you think we are in for a shitstorm? Because either or right now is possible. But I will say, like I said, Phil Spencer never came out and said anything like these tweets. So, maybe he is a secret gamer, misses the old times. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm not going to judge someone without seeing their work, I hope they say, they crack down on Activision, because they're part of Microsoft now, and say, look, get rid of this fucking AI slop. We don't want this. You either make it an old school COD game, make something good that's the players love, or that's it. We're not making any more games. That would be ideal. Do I think they're going to do that? No. But I wanted to get this video out. I've got another few videos technically scheduled before this video, but the second I saw that, I was like, this is huge. I need to, get a video out about this, because, this is, obviously, this doesn't just affect me, this affects all the Xbox gamers and PlayStation. Don't forget that Xbox have now basically released stuff on Xbox as well, on PlayStation, and I'm going to be honest, I'm not a fan of that. I like the console wars. I like the fact that we had exclusives. I think that was something that really helped build the player base up, made people enjoy the platform they were on and die on the hill for it, whether the console was struggling or not. Now it's like, oh well, Halo's going to be on PS5 and stuff, but I don't know. It is what it is. We're going to have to see, but yeah, man, I'm going to have a good think over the next 6 months when I'm seeing all this stuff come out, and just really dive into, oh my god, really dive into a lot of intel behind the scenes of what they're trying to do. And again, we'll get info as it comes out, obviously, but I just really hope and pray that there's going to be at least some positives off the start, So far, she's posted some stuff, and I know it is just, words, but I haven't seen them words from anyone from Xbox in a long time, or anything similar to that, saying they want to put console first. So, and you know what, maybe it is just because they've got the new console getting ready to come out, and they want to promote it. So, again, there's a lot of variables. There is a lot of variables to take into consideration at the minute. But fingers crossed. Oh, tank of death. Damn it. But fingers crossed that in the next year or so, you know, I like I said, I would kill for having Xbox back how it used to be. Like, a lot. I thoroughly used to love Xbox 360. This is why I still play 360. 360 is just so good. And you know why? Because it's for the gamers. By gamers. You know? And obviously the Series X, the Series S, Xbox One, not made by gamers. Or not for gamers, shall I say. They were multimedia devices. Series X might be the most powerful, but it's literally a multimedia device. Same with the Series S. So, you know, like I said, it's all about having a bit of faith, but it's also... Is there a guy in there? I can't tell, no. It's also about being realistic and knowing what the limitations are of Xbox, because they're not the same company they were 15, 20 years ago. I said 15 years ago, Xbox came out 20 years ago, the 360. You know, to me, I've said this for ages. Let me know in the comments what you think of this little hot take. If they remade the 360, like remastered it, same case, same like UI, but remastered hardware, like all that kind of stuff, like powerful hardware, with some of the modern features, but the 360 dashboard, the same UI, focused on games, the indie market, and they launched that shit, I would line up for thousands for that. Not thousands, but you get my point. Like, that would be dope. And I think a lot of people would buy the new Xbox console if that was what it was. Because not only are you're hitting on the awesome nostalgia of the 360, you're also giving people back a UI. Because, I mean, let's talk about modern UIs. They're all shit. Battlefields is shit, CODs is shit, everything. You're giving people a UI back that they love. Like, it is the pinnacle of UIs as far as what people love. If you go back to the original 2 or 3 versions of the 360 one. So, yeah, big news, breaking news in a way. So, it is going to be interesting. But like I said, let me know in the comments what you guys think. Don't forget to drop a like if you enjoyed the video, of course. And don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Helps out a ton. Thanks so much for tuning in. I will catch you in the next one.